I'm back at it again, and I came to talk to you tonight about prayer. Okay, so I just came to talk to you about prayer because a lot of times we ask God for things, and then we wonder why we don't receive them, or not even that. Like, we just call on Him and we feel like He doesn't answer, but that's not necessarily the case, because in Mark 7:7, God says, "Ask and ye shall receive. Seek and ye shall find, knock and the door will be open. For those who ask shall surely receive. If you seek, then you shall surely find, and knock and the door will be open to you." And it's really important to understand that God says to keep His word and keep Him in remembrance of His word, meaning, like, tell Him what He said, because He's not a man that He shall lie, and His word does not come back to Him void. So when you call upon God, you have to have faith and believe that He's going to answer you. And now there's another thing. God does not always answer when we want Him to answer. He answers when we need Him to answer, or at the right time. So it's not always when we want, but He will always answer regardless, right? And He answers in a multitude of ways. It's also important to understand that He says in Jeremiah 33:3 that if you call upon me, if you call upon me, and I will answer and show you things that thou knowest not, show you great and mighty things that you knowest not. So it's important to have patience and believe that He's going to do what He said He's going to do. And I mean, the basis of Him saying, like, in His word, keep me in remembrance of me, which means tell me what I said, because I'm going to honor what I said, right? And it's not just because He doesn't know what He said, but it's also so that He knows that you know His words and what He has said to you. And also, it's all about having faith, right? You're building up your faith. Your prayer life is your intimacy. It's your communication. It's you building a relationship with God. And so when you ask God for something, it doesn't matter. He said He will show you great and mighty things that thou knowest not. So He'll tell you what's going to happen in the future. He'll give you glimpses into the future. He won't even give you glimpses to the future. He'll provide for you. He'll show you what you need. He'll show you what's happening behind the scenes. It could be through a dream. It could be through other people. It can be through a multitude of avenues. But the reality is He'll answer. Sometimes you have to be patient. And, sometimes you just got to be still and know that He's God and that He's going to answer. He doesn't always answer when we want, but He always answers when we need Him. And He always answers at the right time. It doesn't have to be our time, because He's not a God of our reality. He's a God of His reality. He's not a God of reality. He's not a God that He works in and out of time, right? Our time is not His time. So trust and believe that He will answer, and He will answer.